leave a message after the tone.
Hi, Mr. Cogney. This is Debbie Davis. I guess I was just now, provided your name and information that you were apparently representing me for these charges against me in Mcpherson County. I'm just wondering why your law office never got back to me or let me know that you were representing me in any way. Because I've been trying to deal with the state's attorney, Austin Hoffman, and requested a court date multiple times, remote court date, because I wasn't living in the area. So I've never been avoiding these charges. Nobody let me know that I had any representation of any kind, and I've never been avoiding these charges, um, and I've also been requested the state footage that they have that I was supposedly disorderly at this scene of this accident. They're trying to say that I fled from police and I was disorderly. So, and I've requested the state footage from Austin Hoffman, the state's attorney office, multiple times. So I'm wondering why Austin Hoffman has never provided the state's discovery evidence that they're supposed to by law, provide to me. It's called discovery. And I'm kind of confused as to why you never let me know that you are my representation. Okay, so I had another lawyer look it up, and your name was on there, and I guess I'm kind of confused as to why you never contacted me and let me know you're representing me. So if you can give me a call back, my number is 651-767-2892. Thank you. Okay, so so we're dealing with the situation here with this false charge that I've been dealing with for years, and I requested a remote court date, but they demand that you go to their court in Leola. Okay, so I just got arrested today, and I had to bail myself out $250, even though I had an attorney that I had already talked to that told me that the case is supposed to be PR bond because it's a charge, not a conviction. So I was not supposed to be charged anything, but I was charged $250 today to bond myself out. I have a court date, and I said, even though it's been 7 years, and I have not been trying to flee from it, I've been trying to request a remote court date, but they will not allow me a remote court date. Is there some kind of a reason why they can't get up to technology and do this like Hennepin County does? Like if you can't make it to the court date, it's a remote, and that's what I requested it multiple times. But they force you to go to their court date. Okay, and the other thing is that I have a federal case against them, against this very sheriff that is trying to arrest me. And federal cases are always supposed to supersede the state court. And we've been trying to reopen this case, myself and our neighbors, for years, and they won't let us reopen the case. We closed it a few years back when we were scared, without prejudice, which meant we wanted to try to reopen it later. We tried to reopen it a couple of years ago, and they won't let us reopen the case against this county. And so federal law is always supposed to supersede state law. So that's another problem. So we got lots and lots and lots of problems here about the way the state of South Dakota operates. I haven't been avoiding this case because they said, and I said, how can this warrant still be active after all these years? It's a misdemeanor. A misdemeanor normally falls off your record within a year. In South Dakota, apparently it doesn't. And they tried to say, oh, not if you're trying to avoid the case. I haven't been trying to avoid the case. I've got countless emails between me and Austin Hoffman, who's the state's attorney, of me trying to deal with this case. Okay, and requesting the footage. Okay, that requesting the state's evidence. And he will not provide it. Okay, so this has gone on for years, and this is what people deal with in South Dakota when you try to fight any cases. Okay, this is me in 4/11/19. Okay, this is let's see. Requesting a continuance. I said, okay, so here's right here. I would like to request a continuance. I have not. I do not feel comfortable walking into that courtroom. Said it right here. I do not feel comfortable walking into the courtroom. Okay, and then I requested a remote court date. Okay, this was documented with the state's attorney. Okay, you need to either hire an attorney or accept a court-appointed attorney, even though you don't see that. I have been more than gracious to you with your repetitive emails. What are you talking about? Isn't that your job? These kind of things should not be going through me. You should either make requests directly to the court or through your attorney. They force you to have an attorney, and it's a fake charge, making you pay all this money for fake charges. Under no circumstances will I be replying to any further emails. Okay. So he stopped talking to me. I requested, I said I don't feel comfortable going into the courtroom, and I requested a remote court date. Then he writes back, under no circumstances, okay, will I be replying to any of your other further emails. This is the state attorney, who is the very person you're supposed to be able to go through to request the footage. Again, the state's footage. It's called discovery. And he denied me my footage that I'm supposed to be allowed to have. Okay. All requests and motions must be made in court and on record. Okay, this is him. This is documented emails from Austin Hoffman, who is the state's attorney for this area. So this is like the state's attorney is who you're supposed to go to. Austin Hoffman, attorney at law, Eureka, South Dakota. Okay, this is the guy that I was supposed to be able to go through, who I was referred to go through. Okay, then this guy, apparently Tom Cogney, who has apparently been assigned to my case, has never once contacted me. So I didn't even know that I had another person I was supposed to be able to contact. This was 2019. Multiple emails to him. Okay. I sent in my evidence of what happened at that court date, or it started with, it was the scene of a car accident. It's like, it makes you not even want to pull over and try to help anybody at a car accident. This was, all I did was pull over and it was a car accident I was a witness to. And we were just sitting there waiting for help. There was a lady that had been thrown from the vehicle, and we were seeing if we could help her. I'm a certified nursing assistant, so if they're trying to say anything about interfering, one of the charges is me interfering. Excuse me, I am a certified nursing assistant, and I didn't do anything. I wasn't doing anything to interfere. I left when they all arrived. Okay, now what Sheriff Ackerman told me today was that I said, Ackerman, I left when everybody else left. And he said, no, you didn't. You came back. No, I didn't. I didn't come back. I didn't come back and do anything. I left because you got in my face and tried to grab my phone. You think I'm going to come back when you got in my face and tried to grab my phone? I was scared. I wouldn't come back to the scene of an accident when he terrified me. He like charged right for me because I was I was taking footage. I took like maybe just 3 minutes of footage of the accident. That's it. Just for the victim's sake. That's it. And he comes and he gets there finally and he charges at me and tries to take my phone away from me. Okay, and you think I'm going to come back to an accident like that? And then I know who is saying that I came back. Where is your evidence that I came back and then I was disorderly? Oh yeah, look, I'm going to come back as long as you're there. You were there and you got there. We all left. Okay, that's all that happened. He's completely making this up. He's made up other false charges against other people in this county, and it is not okay. Okay. Oh yeah. This is me right to another judge in town too, Tony Portra, a state judge. Okay. Here's this email. Okay, I'm scared to death. I was scared to death. I'm writing to different judges, different things. Tony Portra. I said, they are trying to wrongfully pull me into their corrupt courtroom so they can arrest me and kill me. These people are dangerous. Okay, this is me reaching out to different judges, like one of the local judges that was fairly decent. Okay, that was me reaching out to him. I don't, and then Mrs. Moore correspondence with Austin Hoffman. I don't live in the state anymore, so how am I supposed to find out what's going on with this court situation? And then like I said, I requested a remote court date. I don't live in this state anymore. How am I supposed to, how am I supposed to correspond at this point? Okay, I wanted to. And he was so he's just absolutely bizarre. He's like saying I'm being rude or I'm being ungracious. You're not helping me at all, Mr. Hoffman. And I mean this guy is a state's attorney. I mean this is ridiculous. Okay, so this is, I CC'd different judges. I CC'd judges. I requested a remote. How am I supposed to proceed if I'm in a different state? I have that all on email. Okay. They would not allow me to proceed. They would not give me the information to proceed and how to handle it. Okay. I requested it. I requested, how do I handle it if I'm in a different state? I emailed Mr. Hoffman and I CC'd a judge. And okay, so this is all on he is the prosecuting attorney. Please hire defense. Oh, he's the prosecuting attorney. And so he said I'm supposed to hire a. Oh, see, this is so confusing. He's the prosecuting attorney. He said I need to hire an attorney. Please hire a defense attorney or apply for a court appointed. Okay, so this Austin Hoffman was the guy who I was told was the state's attorney. He was the one that I thought that I was originally told that I was supposed to go through to request the information about the court. Okay, then he writes me back. This is so confusing. This is what I'm saying. They don't know. You have no chance in fighting a court date with these people because they don't let you know how to fight it. They don't let you know how to fight it. Okay, so first I'm told that Austin Hoffman is the state's attorney that I'm supposed to go through. Okay, then I'm told. Then he writes me back. Oh no, I'm supposed to hire a defense attorney, or apply for a court-appointed attorney. Okay, and here I've been corresponding to him, and then all of a sudden he writes me this. Okay, this is originally I was told that this was the person that I was supposed to request information through about the court date. Okay, then he's like, oh no, you don't go through me. And then this other guy, Mr. Cogney, never even corresponded with me or contacted me in any way to let me know that he was my representation. Okay, that's really interesting, isn't it? So basically you have no way of even fighting these cases. They railroad you into false charges, and I'm not tolerating it. Okay, then I requested a change of venue. Um, because there is a conflict of interest. Because I have a federal lawsuit. I have a, it's a conflict of interest when you have somebody. I have a federal lawsuit against this sheriff. Okay, and clearly this is retaliation against the federal lawsuit. Isn't it clear? Okay, that's called a conflict of interest. Okay. Okay, so yeah, this is really interesting here. Okay, so this is Austin Hoffman saying to Judge Portra one time, June 19th, 2018, I am the Deputy State's Attorney in Mcpherson County. Our sheriff's office was recently served with a subpoena by Deborah Davis, the petitioner in the above title. I was filed a motion to modify the subpoena as well as affidavit. I would like to have a hearing on the motion so I can be on the record. TPO hearing is scheduled for July 2nd, okay? I have also CC'd our state's attorney as well as Marshall Loverin, and he is the respondent's attorney. I do not have Miss Davis's email address. Oh, right. I've been emailing him. Okay, so, this is, yeah, he's the deputy state's attorney, but then there's another state attorney. It's like, what is going on here? Does this make any sense to anybody? Okay, he says Mr. Hoffman is the deputy state's attorney. Okay, this was 2018. But then he says something about, I have also CC'd the state's attorney as well as Marshall Loverin. Okay, I don't know. It's like, it's so confusing. Like, how do you even know, like, who is representing me and who are all these people, these attorneys? Aren't you, you should be able to just request the information, request a remote court date, not be forced to go to a court that you don't feel comfortable in because you've been told by your neighbors how they operate. Second of all, I have a federal lawsuit pending. This against him, this sheriff. And so that should be a conflict of interest right there. So this just cannot be allowed to happen. Okay, there is absolutely no way of getting any kind of a fair trial. I've requested the state's footage of the discovery multiple times, so I guess I'm going to have to get a lawyer involved in helping me, and that's going to cost me money and out of a fake charge. And I've already been illegally charged $250 for even though it was supposed to be a PR bond, which meant that he was not supposed to charge me any money at all because it's not a real charge. It's a charge, but not a conviction. It's not a charge. So we got more criminal violations going on in South Dakota in Mcpherson County where we can't get anywhere because we can't get any help. Okay. This is the problem we've been having for years, and requested help all the way to every federal level that we can request. And so at this point, this is where it's at now. So it just has to escalate and escalate and escalate until we can get some help.